beautiful Sagittarius. How are you doing, darling? My name is SimplyVelca, and today I'm going to be doing your weekly tarot messages for August 23rd, Sagittarius, to August 29th, 2021, obviously. So if you find any tarot cards that resonate with you in this weekly reading today, darling, let me know in the comments below which cards do and how, because that's how I keep up with y'all through the comments. My beautiful Sagittarius. Also, if you do enjoy this weekly tarot reading today, or you just enjoy my vibe for today, Saji, I would really appreciate it if you were to give this video a like and subscribe, because it does help me out a lot, and I always appreciate it when you guys take that extra step to do that for me. But remember, Sagittarius, I'm just a man reading some tarot cards to you, honey. Put it in perspective. I'm just here to give you some food for thought for today, a perspective to consider, but never making the choices in your life, right? So let's just jump into your weekly tarot reading today, Sagittarius. Let's see what's going on for you right now, darling. Let's see what's going on, how you guys are currently feeling, Sagittarius, and what is coming, right? We have the Five of Pentacles stepping forward that came flying out for you, Sagittarius. So you guys are currently in this place of kind of taking something hard. I heard the word panic attack, Sagittarius. And I don't know, obviously, I guess it doesn't really have any relevancy to the reading, but I can't help but feel like some of you guys, like this card is resonating more so like you guys recently have had like an anxiety attack or something, Sagittarius, or like this sense of being like, oh crap, did I make the wrong choice with something, right? It feels like you guys are stressing out about, I don't know, almost like a decision that you've made, Sagittarius, and wondering if you made a mistake. But, you know, let me not speak out of pocket, honey. Let me get a couple more cards. Seven of Cups coming in, so really confirming this. It does feel like you were presented with a multitude of options, multitude of ways of going about things, and now you're kind of having second thoughts. Nine of Pentacles, and wondering if what it is that you did, Sagittarius, was the right move for you, right? Was the one that was actually for your best interest. It does feel as if for some of you Sagittariuses, now that you made like a committed decision with something, now it's that phrase, you know, where it's like you made your bed, now sleep in it or whatever, right? Now it's kind of in that sense of being like, oh, did I make the wrong choice, and is it too late in going back with this, right? This could be with quite literally anything, right? With the cups, Seven of Cups, each cup is filled with something entirely different. So quite literally, it could be anything, especially when it comes to the general reading. I do get this sense, though, that right now, Sagittarius, you feel a little bit trapped, or you feel a little bit stuck in your current position. So let's see how this progresses for you, Saggy. We have coming in the Two of Wands. Two of Wands, planning. This is under your Five of Pentacles. We have under your Seven of Cups, the Death card coming in. And then we have the Five of Cups coming in under your Nine of Pentacles, my beautiful Sagittarius. So it does feel as if you guys are changing up your plans again, right? And I know you guys have recently made a pretty big transition in your life, Sagittarius. If you kept up with my weekly readings for a while, that's kind of the message I've been honing in on for a bit for you, Sagittarius. If you haven't checked it out, I'll leave a link somewhere around here, along with your monthly messages, if you haven't seen your August monthlies. But yeah, Two of Wands coming in here under your Five of Pentacles. So it does feel as if Sagittarius, there's planning coming forward to you in your long term, right? It does feel as if you guys are going to be picking up and moving soon is something that I'm getting, especially with that Five of Cups here. I get movement. I get you taking yourself out of the situation of where you have yourself feeling like the Five of Pentacles, right? You're not falling victim to it, or you're not allowing this to become your identity, Sagittarius. So I like that a lot for you. We have the Death card coming in under your Seven of Cups, Sagittarius. So this is letting me know kind of like closure, right? I'm going to just connect it with the Five of Cups as well, being under your Nine of Pentacles. It does feel as if you guys are kind of like reverting in your plans, or at the very least, you tried out one cup, right? It's very, I'm about to use the analogy of Goldilocks, honey, where it's like you tried one soup, honey, and it was too cold, right? You tried the other one, it's too hot. and you just keep on trying soups, you keep on trying cups until you find the one that works out for you, Sagittarius, right? The message with the Five of Cups is where it's like, well, I know the Death card comes in as this really strong finality message, right? The Five of Cups comes in where it's just like, hey, this can be temporary still, right? You can just put this to the side right now and try out these other soups and see which one's the best for you. Yeah, this one may be a little bit too cold right now for you, but going down the road, maybe the other ones aren't even of your interest, of your tasting, so you go back to that cold one, right? I feel like there's this message of where, I don't know, it feels almost as if, and I feel like it's more so your anxiety speaking, Sagittarius, or where you feel like everything's just extremely permanent. Like if there's like one like misstep, then like everything comes crumbling down. That voice crack, darling. Everything starts crumbling down in your life, right? And it could very well be, darling. Who am I to be speaking on this, right? I understand it more than probably anyone in your life, Sagittarius, on that kind of state of mind, especially because I'm just now getting myself out of a situation similar. But let's see how this pans out for you, Sagittarius. How does this work out for my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Sagittariuses? The Lover's card stepping forward. You can tell this card was well loved, darling, right? It's a good sign of a tarot reader, though, right? When you have your cards be worn out. Eight of Cups coming in. So again, the message of moving on. Eight of Cups is under your Seven of Cups, Sagittarius, and your Death card, as well as that Lover's card being under the Five of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. And what's under your Nine of Pentacles with your Five of Cups is the Two of Pentacles. Back of the deck energy is the Three of Pentacles, Sagittarius. So I definitely do see you guys moving on. I do see you guys moving on. This is definitely a hard decision for you guys to be making, Sagittarius, I feel. It's not something you necessarily wanted to do, but it was like the choice that you had to make. I feel it almost as if you guys, Sagittarius, are making the choice of parting ways with something or someone, right? You're parting ways with it, and even with the Eight of Cups, this is you moving on, right? And here's the thing, like, it doesn't, like, we're not getting painful cards in this spread at all, Sagittarius, right? We're just getting cards of, like, bittersweetness, having to move on. It feels like y'all's paths are kind of just separating off. It feels like, you know, this is really a sign of growth, Sagittarius, when you think about it, because it just showcases to me where you kind of just outgrown somebody, right? So really just shows that you're progressing in life, so I celebrate you for that. Two of Pentacles coming in here, like, I feel like your plate is just too full. I feel like you just have too many things that are wanting your attention or grabbing your attention right now, Sagittarius, and so this is kind of a time for you being like, all right, let's assess the situation, let's move on from things that just aren't good for us, even though you can acknowledge and be like, you know what, this is a good situation, right? Nothing has to be wrong with the situation for it to not be a match anymore. Sometimes just friendships or connections just fizzle out, right? Three of Pentacles, this is in terms of partnerships, so in terms of like relationships, darling, in terms of like any type of connection, right? It's just partnership. Eight of Swords coming in right after the fact, so it does feel like a lot of you Sagittariuses are kind of putting yourself to blame for this, which I'm not really gonna make too much of a comment on because it's your business, right? And me sitting on like my podium trying to preach to y'all about self-love, Sagittarius, right? It's like, I understand it's not something that a stranger can just tell you to overcome, and that's just that easy, right? But it is something I feel like you should be working on, Sagittarius. Don't be internalizing this. No one has to be at fault, right? Just because something's coming to an end doesn't mean anyone has to be at a fault, doesn't mean anything's toxic. It just means that energy's not meshing anymore, Sagittarius, right? Look at it that way. So let's get some advice on your from your spirit guides in regards to this. Two cards. Queen of Swords with the Knight of Swords. So yeah, what you're really getting overall is the message, Sagittarius, is just keep distance between yourself and this. Don't be trying to go back and forth and be like, oh, well, maybe give this the second, third, 50th chance, right? Maybe this time it's going to improve itself. It's not, Sagittarius. Keep it moving, right? You're progressing in life. You don't want to be looking backwards, right? So now, Sagittarius, let's just get into some good things that are in the works for you, honey. Right? We talk about all these other messages, right? Let's get into some good stuff that's in the works for you, Sagittarius. Let's see. What's going on with my Sagittarius? What good things are in the works for y'all today? Ten of Cups comes flying out, darling, right? Two more. Eight of Swords is following you with the Page of Coins, Page of Pentacles. So something breaks you out of this self-limiting thoughts, right? Something breaks you out of this internalizing mindset of where you feel like everything's your fault, Sagittarius, and you feel like you mess up everything that you touch, right? Ten of Cups, Page of Pentacles coming in. Something promising is heading your way. Something, even whether it's communication, right? And, you know, especially with the Death card from before, it does feel as if, like, with the closure of other things, it feels like some, like, a new energy is like reborn, right? But I feel like it's a familiar energy. It's like a energy that you already exchanged some intimacy with. And when I say intimacy, I don't mean romantic, right? You've just been vulnerable with them before, Sagittarius. But, you know, maybe for a while there's just been some distractions of it, because I don't feel like there's communication right now. I feel like this is more so a connection that just starts rekindling after you go through a transition, right? It's almost as if your priorities change, and just you're going back to your circles that you can trust, that the ones that you can always rely on, right? Page of Pentacles, yeah, I just feel as if this is going to be something coming in of where, even though you're experiencing a lot of loss right now, Sagittarius, you're also about to experience a very strong support system coming your way, so you don't feel alone anymore. Because that's really the key component of that message, where it's like you're not going to be alone. You're going to have people checking in on you. You're going to have people trying to actively get closer with you, Sagittarius. All right, now, Sagittarius, now let's get into your spirit guide messages, your ancestor messages for today. See what messages we have going on for you today, Sagittarius. Let's see. I'm gonna do 3 cards like always. Ace of Swords coming in with the 3 of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles. It's kind of coming in as a similar message from the good stuff that's in the works for you, Sagittarius. Don't mind Miss Tulip, she's snorting right now as she's sleeping. Ace of Swords, 3 of Cups coming in here. I feel like for some of you Sagittarius, this is like a message of where it's like some of y'all have some reservations on reaching out to an old flame, to an old connection. And normally, Sagittarius, I'm not the one to tell people to be like, oh yeah, engage with this. Let's keep this in check though. I don't feel like this is about what's coming to a close here, right? I feel like that's done and done, sealed and over with. Move on, darling. I feel like this is like just something that's just like you lost communication for a while. You know, whatever happened, right? That's separate. I feel like this is getting an affirmation message, Sagittarius, where it's just like, hey, it's okay to engage with an energy. Because again, I feel like this is something that you're holding yourself back from, Sagittarius. I feel like you have this strong desire of reaching out to somebody, but you just kind of keep it to yourself. You're kind of clinging to yourself and be like, well, maybe they're gonna reach out to me at some point, right? That's what you're telling yourself, Sagittarius, so you don't reach out. But then because of that, you end up just feeling lonely because you're not getting reached out to. So just do it, darling Sagittarius, just do it, right? The World card coming in here with the High Priestess card coming in here. So for some of you Sagittarius, you guys are just convincing yourself that this connection, this cycle with this is just done and over with and there's no purpose, right? It feels like to me, Sagittarius, you feel like you already know how this you already told yourself a narrative. You told yourself a storyline with this and convincing yourself why you don't want to like engage with this energy, even if it's just you avoiding confrontation and you avoiding potential rejection, right? Because you have abandonment issues and whatever issues you got in Sagittarius, if any. But I feel like you're kind of being snapped from your spirit guides, from your ancestor Sagittarius, and be like, you don't know the whole story, darling. Stop pretending like you do, right? Stop just going with narratives that keep you comfortable, right? If you want to engage with the person, talk to them. I feel like it would actually be very fruitful for you, Sagittarius. All right, my darling Sagittarius. Now let's finally get into your final spread for today. We're going to be getting into how people are perceiving you right now, Sagittarius. So this could be involving a relationship, soulmate, twin flame, platonic, romantic, work relationship, Sagittarius. Could be anything. Right, let's see how they're perceiving you. I'm going to get some details about the person first. It's up to you to rely on your intuition, darling, to see if the attributes that I'm receiving is correlated to anyone that makes sense in your life at this time. If it doesn't, that's okay, because it's a general reading and it's just supposed to reach those that it's meant to. So we have the 4 swords that came out, 7 of pentacles. Did I show the 4 swords? I don't think I did. the Four of Swords, Sagittarius, as well as the Hanged Man coming in here. This is very much so an energy, Sagittarius, where it's like, I don't feel as if when it comes to this connection, you don't get a lot of communication with them. You don't get a lot of, it's almost as if this person is more about action, like their actions speak their love, like that's their love language is actions rather than actually saying something. And I feel like this is someone that's a little bit more reserved, right? This is kind of someone that just keeps to themselves. I feel like they appreciate the connection, right? Hanged Man coming in here, but it just feels like they're kind of in their own world, Sagittarius, and because of that, I feel like that's kind of off-putting for you. I feel as if like you feel as if they're kind of unreachable, right? But it's like you feel like you're getting breadcrumbed or getting mixed signals, when in actuality, I feel like this person's just naturally extremely indifferent, to be honest here. The Magician card coming in here, one more. With the Moon card. Yeah, because this person's very mysterious, right? I feel like this person's kind of just keeps to themselves, minds their own business, darling. They have their own plans, they do their own thing, right? This is really just someone, like, honestly, the most ideal kind of connection to be having if it's like a friendship, honey, because this is like, you don't ever have to stress about them, right? You don't have to worry about if they're being shady, Sagittarius. You don't have to worry about them being, like, offended, or you don't have to, like, this is probably your, like, the lowest maintenance connection that you could potentially have, because it just seems to be like they are the epitome of minding their own business and working in silence, right? So why are they popping up in your reading? What are their intentions towards you? Why are they popping up in this reading, Sagittarius? Right? Can't be minding their business too much. Devil card coming in. Four of Wands coming in. And the Six of Pentacles coming in. Sagittarius, I'm going to be honest here. It feels almost as if this person... I feel like this person's slowly trying to phase their way out of your life, to be honest, Sagittarius. It does feel as if there's this sense of... I don't know. It's just like this weird thing of where it feels like they don't get like the reciprocation that they're requiring, Sagittarius, and so it feels like they're phasing themselves out. Whatever this Devil card is for this individual, this is like their reasoning as to why they're justifying their decision of phasing out from this. I do feel like they care about this connection a lot, Sagittarius, but you know, there's something here that there's this sense here, Sagittarius, that I feel like they are not being treated. They feel, as this is from their perspective, they feel as if that they're not being appreciated or treated right or something in this way. Like there's some type of victim mentality here. Like they feel affected or impacted in some way, right? But that's just in terms of the dynamic, right? On some level, I do want to acknowledge this Devil card could be completely unrelated to you, right? This could just be stress right now. Because of that stress, I still do feel like on some level that there's a detachment currently. I feel like you already feel that as well, Sagittarius. So how are you going to respond to this, right? I can talk about the mindsets and perspectives on things, but it's up to you, Sagittarius, to decide what you want to do in this connection, right? Because it's going to be different for everybody. But that is the weekly tarot reading that I have for you, Sagittarius. Hopefully you found some cards that resonated. If you did, let me know in the comments below. Give this video a like and subscribe, and hopefully I can see you in a future video, Sagittarius. If you'd like to book a private personal reading with me, my website's linked down below, SimplyVelca.com. Next to my social medias, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all that just being SimplyVelca. But I love you so much, Sagittarius. Bye.